Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unpacking a political story that's caused quite a stir online. Fikile Mbalula, the ANC Secretary-General, has finally broken his silence on why some of his international trips, including a recent visit to the White House, are never announced publicly. And according to him, there's nothing mysterious about it, it's all part of his diplomatic work, done quietly and often in risky parts of the world. Now, most of us are used to politicians announcing every move they make, especially when they're flying overseas. There's usually a press release, a photo in front of a national flag, or a proud post saying, "Strengthening ties abroad." But Mbalula, he's been moving in silence. And when people noticed that he'd been to the White House without a single mention, the online detectives went wild. Some thought it was secret ANC business, others joked that he was on a mission impossible. So Mbalula decided to clear the air. In a detailed post on X, he explained that as Secretary-General of the ANC, he reports directly to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Every international trip he takes, he says, is either at the instruction of the President or with his knowledge. There's no solo diplomacy going on here. He said, "I don't write memos to advertise my travels. I go where I'm deployed." According to him, these are not leisure trips or political stunts. They are serious assignments linked to the ANC's broader international work. He also made an interesting point: many of the countries he visits are war zones or politically unstable areas. So, security is a real concern. You can't be making public announcements that you're flying into a conflict zone, he said. And honestly, that part makes sense. No one wants to see headlines like, "Mbalula lands in the middle of gunfire." But let's be real, this explanation didn't just pop up for no reason. It comes after weeks of speculation about his mysterious trip to Libya earlier this year. Photos circulated, people wondered who invited him, and others claimed he was trying to act like a foreign minister. So, when the White House visit came up, and again there was radio silence, people thought something was being hidden. Mbalula's response was sharp. He said South Africans need to stop assuming that every trip needs a press conference. He reminded everyone that the ANC has always been involved in diplomacy. During apartheid, it built relationships with global liberation movements. Today, that tradition continues through efforts to strengthen ties and build peace across Africa and beyond. He believes the focus should be on results, not publicity. And in fairness, he's not wrong about one thing: diplomacy often happens behind closed doors. The most important political discussions rarely take place in front of cameras. Still, South Africans are not entirely wrong to ask questions. After all, when politicians start operating in secrecy, alarm bells go off. Transparency is something this country still struggles with. So people want to know, if these are official ANC missions, why not release even a short report afterwards? Mbalula insists there's nothing suspicious about it. He says he's doing his job, representing the ANC's interests and supporting South Africa's global standing. He also hinted that too many people focus on gossip rather than understanding the real work being done. According to him, some countries he visits are in crisis, and his role is to help build peace and cooperation. This also ties into the ANC's larger diplomatic identity. The party has deep historical connections with countries that supported South Africa during apartheid: Libya, Cuba, Russia, and many others. In recent years, the ANC has tried to maintain those ties while also engaging with Western powers. So, Mbalula's White House visit could have been part of that balancing act, keeping relations open with the United States while still maintaining the party's global alliances. But there's an irony here. By going online to explain why he doesn't publicize his trips, Mbalula actually drew more attention to them. People who hadn't even noticed before are now curious. It's almost like trying to keep a secret by shouting, "Don't look over here." The public is now more eager than ever to know what kind of conversations are taking place in these private meetings. And you can't blame them. South Africa's political climate is fragile. The ANC is in a government of national unity, its internal divisions are public, and every action by its senior leaders is being closely watched. So, when one of its top figures is globetrotting quietly, people want to be sure it's for the country's benefit, not private gain. Still, Mbalula's argument highlights something important: not all diplomacy is meant to be seen. In many cases, silence can protect national interests. Think about conflict resolution or peace negotiations. Broadcasting every move could endanger those involved or undermine delicate talks. It's a difficult balance, being transparent enough to earn public trust, while discreet enough to protect international relationships. Whether you like him or not, Mbalula has a point about how political work isn't always glamorous. There's a side of politics that happens out of view: long meetings, private discussions, and tense exchanges that never make it to the news. The only problem is that South Africans have grown skeptical of secrecy, because too often, it hides wrongdoing instead of protecting diplomacy. So, what's really happening here? Is Mbalula being cautious and professional, or is he avoiding scrutiny? That's the question people are asking. Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe he's genuinely carrying out quiet diplomacy, or maybe he's just learned that less publicity means fewer scandals. What we do know is that this conversation has opened a wider debate about transparency and accountability in South African politics. Should citizens be informed about every international trip by a senior political figure? Or should we accept that some state or party business must stay private for safety and strategy reasons? It's a tricky one. But one thing's certain: Mbalula's post has reignited public curiosity about what really happens when South African politicians travel abroad. Are they building peace or just building networks? Are they strengthening international relationships or protecting their own? Only time, and maybe a few leaked photos, will tell. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into South African politics, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Mbalula's explanation, or do you think there's more to the story? Let's talk about it below. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.